Hello, welcome to another Q&A.
We have so many questions that flood in from you guys. Gush in, literally, that we can't seem to get through. So we started doing this Q&A thing to try and tackle them. So first question. My question's quite a sensitive one. I've started dating somebody, but it's a real struggle in the bedroom with him. I find his penis extremely unattractive. It's only around 4.5 inches when hard, and it's oddly shaped and bent. It also has a fishy odour, and I struggle to perform oral sex with him. How should I approach him about these issues? Will it hurt him? Fuck, that is so hard. I mean, we have all been there. We've all dealt with penises that we've not really been attracted to.
Yeah.
And it can happen. It's the same with guys looking at a vagina that they're not attracted to. Sometimes you just don't click.
Yeah, and everyone's genitals are completely different. So
Completely.
There's quite a big chance that you're not going to like someone's genitals in your life. But it's just how... I mean, the thing that you can kind of change, we think, is the fishy odour.
That's the main thing.
Must be something to do with his cleanliness.
Yeah.
In this, like, he's obviously not washing his penis properly.
And even if he is showering or washing every day, he's just not doing it with enough care and not pulling his foreskin back. And that's, something that can be a problem for a lot of guys. Like, my ex had that very same problem, showered every day, and he stunk a lot. And I made it very obvious, before giving him oral, I'd always be like, you're gonna have to wash your dick. Like, very honestly, if he's not washing it. But you know this guy better than we do, and you know how sensitive he might be if he's the kind of guy to talk about it and pass it off as a joke, or if this will actually offend him. So tiptoeing around it might be an idea.
But you are going to have to mention it. If it's obviously a big deal to you, so you're going to have to breach the subject. Yeah,
I mean, I would suggest either blurting it out and just saying, look, I think you need to wash your dick more. I love sucking your dick. Always follow up with something positive.
Yes,
I really want to give you oral.
Afterwards.
I really want to do oral for hours and hours on you, and I want you to love it.
Yeah.
But please wash your dick, or can you smell that? Can you smell that?
Yeah. He must be able to smell it too, right?
I mean, maybe he doesn't. If he's so used to it, if he's naturally got a stinky dick and he's not washing it every day, maybe he just doesn't even notice the smell. I mean, in terms of the way it looks and the size of it, there's not really anything you can do there.
No, I wouldn't suggest saying anything to him about that, because you've got to appreciate everyone's body for what they are. And it might not be perfect, but it's what they've been given. And if you really like him, then it shouldn't really bother you.
No, if it does bother you, maybe you need to look at the relationship a bit more and how much you're getting out of him as a person and his personality, because having a penis like that shouldn't make a difference. If you're completely 100% attracted to him, that doesn't make a difference.
No,
you just want it inside you, wouldn't make a difference.
No, it wouldn't.
But it's possible that because you're picking on this so much that he's not...
It's making it a bigger deal because you're unattracted to the smell. So if you're unattracted to the smell, you're thinking, oh God, this is a horrible dick.
And it's possible you're just not getting enough out of him as a relationship to combat that.
Yeah.
I mean, my ex, I didn't care if his dick smelled. I just, it was bad, and it got really bad towards the end, but, at the time, I didn't care, because I was so utterly in love.
Yeah.
I just
dealt with it.
Yeah, just dealt with it. I was happy.
Also, you could, try and get him into the shower during sex.
Yeah.
And,
give him a blowjob in the shower.
Yeah, maybe even, give him a massage in the shower and cheekily clean his dick for him.
I mean, you could even say, it's so hard. Do you pull back the foreskin when you clean? Because you need to. My friend somewhere along the line had really bad dick problems. Because you can have bad dick problems for not pulling it back. It can get too tight, and you can might even have to go to a doctor or even the hospital. I like the shower idea though. Yeah, come to the shower, pull back his foot, wash it a bit, and then eat that. Or make a rule and just say to him, I'm not gonna suck your dick unless you shower first. I'm sorry, I love you, but no.
Yeah, and if he, I think if it's a good relationship, I think you will be able to talk about this.
Yeah.
And hopefully everything will be okay. But you do have to be careful, because it's it's not nice for someone to say that to you. Like, if you didn't realise that your dick was really smelly.
Yeah, or your vagina was really smelly.
Exactly.
And they were like, you know, thinking, oh, how do I tackle this?
Yeah, you'd be like, oh God, really?
Yeah,
like,
you'd be
I
horrified.
didn't know. But then, ultimately, it's better for him to know.
Yeah, and if, you know, if he knows and he's like, okay, fuck it, I got to make a real effort, then you know that your relationship's going to last.
Yes.
But if he turns around and he's like, it ends up being a negative thing, or he reacts badly to it, in my opinion, I would say, like, cut it off there. Neither of you want to do this anymore.
Yeah. You've got to have, like, sex is so important in a relationship. Yes, it's not everything, but to have, like, a successful, long relationship, you need to be having good sex.
Yeah, it's a big way up.
Yeah. Like, because if there's just things like that that are going to get in the way of it, it's just maybe not worth it in the long run.
No.
You have to think about this properly. Question 2. Do you think that there is anything wrong with a friends with benefits relationship? What terms should I follow? What are the no-gos?
It's a really good question, actually.
Yeah. There's not anything wrong with a friends with benefits.
Oh yeah, no, nothing wrong at all.
First of all.
There can be complications.
Yes,
always,
they can get complicated.
But there's nothing wrong with it. If both of you are completely 100% okay with it,
yeah,
then there's nothing wrong with
I
that
think
at all. It's great.
Yeah, they're really healthy. It's just, you get all the sex you want without the complications of a relationship. And if you don't have enough time for the relationship or stuff like that, then it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the best point that we would say is communication. Talk about everything, absolutely everything. Make it okay from the very beginning that you can talk about anything. So even talk about, like, be completely open. Even say, like, oh yeah, you know, tackle the subject if you do start liking each other, or if one person starts thinking differently to another, and start talking about that immediately.
Yeah,
and talk about it on a regular basis. So if someone changes their mind, if someone starts developing feelings, if someone, you know, ends up fancying somebody else and wants to have a relationship somewhere else, talk about it and make it okay.
Yeah. Talk about everything. Yeah. Because you don't have to sort of, you also don't have to creep around them as much as you would if it was a proper relationship. Yeah. Like, you can just be blunt, just say things. Like, they're not going to get hurt. They don't have those feelings for you. They
and
just
if they do,
fuck you.
Yeah, and if they just want to fuck you. And if they do, then it's good to find that out sooner rather than later, before it gets messy and complicated and nasty.
Yes, definitely.
And you don't want that. Friends with benefits is supposed to be nice and simple and just sex.
Just fun.
Yeah, just fun. Talk about other people you're seeing as well. Talk about other people that you might be fucking with. And if that's not okay, then maybe friends with benefits isn't a good option.
Yeah, and also if you're dating other people, you've got to be quite open with the people that you're dating that you're also sleeping with someone else.
Yeah,
because that's when it can get complicated. If you start actually properly dating someone and you still want to fuck your fuck buddy, that's not really okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. And it's also, you know, you need to have that exclusive talk if you do want to stay exclusive. You can't just expect it like that. You can't just hope that you're exclusive. And it's the same with, you can't just hope that you're in a perfect friends with benefits relationship. Be open and honest about everything.
If you're in a sexual, like, friends with benefit relationship, you need to be safe with all the other people that you're fucking as well. If you're fucking more people than that one person,
especially if you're not using,
that could be quite dangerous.
If you're not using protection. I mean, friends with benefits, if you're not gonna fuck other people, or if you're planning to fuck each other for a long period of time, we'll see how it goes. Get tested together. Yeah. Go get tested so you both know that you've got a clean slate. You're both absolutely clean. And when you two fuck, you do it without condoms. And if you are fucking other people, do it with condoms, unless you have the same rule with them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we think on friends with benefits. We've been there. Like, it's absolutely fine place to be. But let us know if what we've said
helps at all and
useful.
makes sense.